Good. How are you, Andrew?
I'm all
Morning.
right. Happy April.
Happy. Oh, yes. Okay. Happy April. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right. Yeah. Totally forgot about that, but that's
well,
good. And I forgot what day it is. Yeah.
yeah, and happy warmest day of the year, hopefully today. Although I tell you what, you wouldn't think it because this morning it's absolutely freezing outside. It was only 5 degrees as I was coming in, and I was thinking to myself, "Geez, is it really going to be 19 degrees today?" But apparently so. So wall to wall sunshine we're expecting later on, but chilly start. But it should be a nice day today.
Well, I haven't been outside yet today, but normally on a Thursday, every second Thursday, I have
Bin
a
day.
scram bins. Yeah. Now, I'll be honest, sometimes I have to do them during the news at 7. So, I'm very disorganized, but I did them last night. I felt like such a grown up, Andrew.
Wow, that's proper
Yeah.
adulting.
I know. And then all I could think of, I started to worry about them blowing over. I was like, oh, this is the one time now that something will happen when
Yeah,
I'm
so
organized.
I've told you this before. You know where I live. I live in the end house, and
Yeah,
anytime someone's bin falls over, that's where the rubbish goes. Is at the end of the cul-de-sac. So
horrible.
I come home most. My bin day is Tuesday, so I come home most Tuesdays just to find people's rubbish outside the front door all the time, and it's a case of you. Okay, your bin has fallen over and your rubbish has gone everywhere. Ah, it's on the ground now. It's not really my problem anymore.
I know it's so
I'll just leave it. I'll just leave it.
dreadful because it's an awful thing to happen. Do you know? I mean, you feel sorry for anyone who that happens to, but if they won't clean it up, it's just the pits.
That's
You're good today, Andrew?
all good. Yeah, flying farm. Woo!
Yes, Thursday. Irish Daily Mail front page today has got a photograph of Pixie Geldof. That's one of Bob Geldof's daughters, and she's expecting her first child. So she's pictured on the front page of the Irish Daily Mail. Now, in other more serious news, I suppose, vaccine booking system abused apparently. An exclusive on the front page of the Daily Mail today, and they're claiming that this online HSE system that's used for staff vaccinations has been widely abused by non-healthcare employees. Many are exploiting loopholes to skip the queue for a jab, claims the Irish Daily Mail today. And that's making the front page of the paper.
In the Examiner this morning, U-turn on children's shoes as plans are under fire, and the mandatory quarantine and vaccine projections are also questioned. So, as we know, Micheál Martin and the cabinet revealed their plans on Tuesday, and then yesterday it was leaders' questions in the Dáil. So, a lot of their plans kind of were questioned by the various parties and various TDs yesterday in Dáil Éireann. But children's shoes was one of them because obviously children, as you know, as the owner of said child, um, they grow quite quickly. So, you can't just go away and buy a pair of shoes online and be guaranteed they'll fit. Sometimes they will, but a lot of the time, according to some of the parents, and there's one lady pictured on the front page with her two kids this morning who says, I can't buy shoes for my children because online, that is because they just won't fit. They have to get a proper sizing or whatever.
Yeah.
And listen to this warning as 30 fined at a house party in Cork. Gardaí have warned against holding Easter holiday, bank holiday weekend house parties after they issued 30 on the spot fines to people attending a party in a rented house in the south side of Cork. Near UCC, €150 to the people at the party, €500 to the people who live in the house. And it's understood a number of those found by the Gardaí were giving home addresses as County Kerry. So Kerry students not coming out the best looking in this story in the Examiner today.
Oh. In the front page of the Irish Sun today, let's get the jab done. The Taoiseach declaring yesterday Ireland has entered a different era with a major ramping up of COVID vaccinations. So register online from the middle of April, I think, for your vaccine. A million shots every month is what they're looking at. And we've heard this before and we've been hearing it for the past couple of weeks. And we really hope that they're going to be able to do this because it would be amazing. All over 70s in the country will be vaccinated by the middle of May. And then things will be looking much, much better for the summer. So that's the front page of the Irish Sun today. Sharon Stone is pictured. Sharon Stone has been giving a very detailed interview about her life and she's had a pretty incredible career, but she's had loads and loads of heartbreak and health problems and all the rest as well. And the thing she's most famous for is Basic Instinct, I suppose. And in particular, she sort of talks about in this interview how many problems she had in her career because of that famous instinct in Basic Instinct, where she's being or famous scene in Basic Instinct, where she's being questioned and you know the scene. She uncrosses her legs and she's not wearing any underwear. And
Oh no,
that's
I didn't know what that is.
oh, have you not seen this? Have you not seen Basic Instinct?
No, I never heard of it.
Super controversial. Oh, sorry. I genuinely thought you haven't seen it because like it was 1992. You're
Yeah,
like a
no,
kid. But anyway,
absolute all-time
that
classic.
it's brilliant. I actually think it's brilliant. But yeah, with that scene anyway has kind of, in some ways, she thinks kind of ruined her career because she became just known for that. But it's really, really interesting. I've read some of the interview. She had a stroke. She had tumors removed from her breast. She's had a brain hemorrhage. She's just had an awful time in terms of her health. And she's been in some amazing movies too. Do you remember her in Casino? Loved her in that.
Yes, yeah, very good.
She
No,
was
she's
great.
always very good though. Like like even oh, what's it called with a very young Leonardo DiCaprio and Gene Hackman's in it. It's the western.
Yes,
Oh,
Quick and the Dead.
Quick and the Dead. I loved that. I think it's a great film,
Uh,
but she's very good with
yeah,
that as well. Yeah. So no,
yeah,
that sounds awful. Some of the stuff she's gone through from a health
yeah.
perspective.
Yeah, it really
But yeah,
has.
and she looks great there in that photograph, by the way,
And
in the sun there this morning.
said in this as well, Michael Douglas, who starred opposite her in Basic Instinct, of course, he didn't want a screen test with her even. That she was a nobody, like, and she had been in what was the movie she was in with Schwarzenegger? Total Recall. She'd been
Oh
in
yeah,
that.
forgot about that.
Yeah, yeah, she'd been in that, and apparently he said no, he didn't consider her a big enough star to even screen test with her, but she did screen test and she got the role, so that was
Yeah.
kind of cool. So she's kind of up against it a lot, you know, and it was an interesting one. But anyway, I don't know why it's on the front page of the Sun today. Here we are talking about it still 5 minutes later.
The Irish Independent has an exclusive today. I don't have the photographs here now, but you'll see them in the paper this morning.
Yeah.
Dublin GAA stars have broken rules on COVID gatherings with early morning training. And we're not kind of talking about, all along. We're talking 9 hours after it was announced that intercounty training can resume on the 19th of April. Members of the Dublin Senior Football Panel broke the rules and took part in a secret dawn training session with photographs of players such as Footballer of the Year Brian Fenton, two-time All-Stars Johnny Cooper and Brian Howard kicking balls and doing drills in a North Dublin GAA club pitch. So you'll see pictures of some of that in the Irish Independent this morning. And the HSE cannot say how many of its non-patient facing staff have been vaccinated ahead of sequence. The HSE said it would be hard to quantify but how many non-patient facing staff have jumped ahead of the sequence in the vaccine rollout. Much of the same story as you mentioned there in the Daily Mail as well, Elaine, but that's also in the Indo today.
Now, some of the top trends that we're waking to this Thursday morning. Jack Chambers is trending. I didn't see this, but he appeared on Tonight on Virgin Media last night. A lot of tweets about what he was saying. A lot of people saying he appeared to be out of his depth in relation to the conversation. Did you see that, Andrew?
I just saw clips on Twitter this morning. I didn't watch it now, but he was on with, I think Nora Casey was on, and he was on with Pierce Doherty as well. And yeah, he looked very uncomfortable from the bits I saw anyway.
And Eating with the Enemy was on last night. Blogger Claire Cullen was on with a guy who doesn't get women, apparently.
Well,
And
I saw a funny tweet, and it was like Claire having dinner with a guy who you just know wakes up in the morning and goes, "Women, am I right, guys?" So that kind of guy. Like didn't see it, but some of the tweets are very funny this morning. I have to say, if you look at them.
Huey Maughan, who's everywhere at the moment, really, isn't he? I'm seeing a lot of Huey. He spoke about life as a young gay traveller, and there was a man who's a fan of Donald Trump as well, all on Eating with the Enemy. I think I'm going to have to watch that back on the player. That sounds like it was a very good episode.
Macedonia are trending this morning. They beat Germany 2-1 away in the World Cup qualifiers. First time Germany have lost a World Cup qualifier since 2001. I think it was something like 30-something games Germany have gone without losing. And Macedonia in a big shock beat them last night. And Godzilla vs. Kong. Yes, this is a thing. HBO yesterday released the latest of their Monsterverse series, and it's the fourth film, I think. So you had the newest Godzilla, you had Skull Island, which was the latest Kong. I didn't realise that they were related, but they are. And now you have another one called Godzilla vs. Kong, which people are talking about online. And apparently a lot of things, Elaine, not surprisingly, get smashed to bits.
Okay, that sounds good.
Does it?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I
I
don't.
love it.
So listen, we've got a busy show as well between now and we're live on air in about 5 minutes time, and we're with you till 9 o'clock this morning. It's my last morning getting up early this week, Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
I'm on the afternoon show tomorrow, filling in for Brendan. Haven't I?
Yeah, let's
Just
go with that.
checking that. For tomorrow. And then we've got our bank holiday weekend, so you can let us know if you've got any plans for that. Anything happening? Easter Bunny coming to your house?
I am the Easter Bunny. Surprise!
Oh, you're not. What kind of Easter egg are you getting?
Uh, Something with caramel in it. Yesterday Una arrived home with a Cadbury's caramel egg yesterday. So that's gonna be thrown into.
Cadbury's caramel. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah, and keep an eye on our social media this weekend because I am going to put a video up. I'm actually going to attempt it today. I'm going to make cheesecake Easter eggs.
What? That
Yeah.
sounds amazing.
Yeah, so it's basically you half the Easter egg and then you make your cheesecake mix into the Easter egg and put it in the fridge. I've never done it before, so I'm going to attempt it today.
Oh, Andrew, that sounds so good.
Yeah, so I'll give it a crack later on. So we'll see how much of an epic failure it turns out to be.
Oh, that sounds class. That sounds
Yeah.
class.
So I'll give it a go anyway. So yeah, but yeah, if you have plans, do let us know. And as always, comment here, text or WhatsApp us, and we're live on the radio in a few minutes. Have a good day today. Enjoy the sun as well, because it is going to be an absolutely lovely day today, all over the county. And yeah, we'll talk to you in a few minutes. Have a good day.